everyone, and welcome to my podcast. This is the Knitting It Up podcast. My name is Annie. I'm coming to you from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where I live with my son, my 5-month-old adorable boy Luke, my husband Alex, who taught me to knit, and our little dog Zoe. It's been not too long. I've managed a podcast, so that's great. Alex took Luke for a walk, so I have a little more time because he went to get charcoal for the barbecue, and he'll be a little while, but he's kind of a speedy walker, so not as long as I'm assuming he'll be. So I'm just going to tell you a little update on what's been going on in our lives, and just check in with you guys a bit. So my last episode, I mainly talked about Twist, all my purchases there, and things like that. So Alex and I were thinking of trying to go to the Kitchener Knitters Fair, which is next, not this weekend, not Labor Day weekend, the one after, so I think it's the 9th of September. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it, so I'm really sad because I won't be able to see Christina and Amanda and, of course, Sandy. But circumstances change with Alex's days off, and we won't be able to make it, so it's kind of sad. But we're still going to Knit City. I will be there. Alex and Luke will not be there. They'll be spending the day probably nearby or sightseeing, hiking, something of that nature. Alex isn't one for crowds, so I don't think Knit City is probably the best environment for him. Plus, it's nice to be able to spend some quality time, just them two, since I'm usually at home and he's at work. So I'm hoping I get to meet a lot of you guys at Knit City. If you are going, please come say hi to me. I'll be all by myself. So it'd be nice to have some people to walk around and chat with. I can't wait. I'm really excited. There are just so many vendors that I'm excited to see, and I really enjoyed Twist, and I'm assuming it's kind of like a smaller version of what I should expect for Knit City, so that's just going to be a really good time. I've never been to Vancouver. I'm really looking forward to that. We're trying to find some good local places to eat that are pretty stroller accessible. It's something I've never had to think about until Luke, and it's crazy just how many places aren't accessible. That's a rant for another time, but even just walking down my street, there's certain stores that I used to go into that I can't anymore because the stroller is just, it won't make it up that many stairs, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, moving on, Knit City. Can't wait. If you are going, please let me know. I know Julie Asselin is going. I hope to see her there a little bit. I think Shamika's going, who is she has her own podcast as well, if you want to check it out. So I'm hoping to meet up with at least some friends there. So podcasting has become kind of not on hold, but kind of on the back burner for me because I'd rather die and I'd rather get out some yarn to you guys than podcast. So when I do have an opportunity, I will, but I'm not going to make a commitment and say it's going to be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. It's going to happen when it happens. When I have new things to show you, I will do my best to make an episode so that I can spend a bit of time with you guys and show you what I have been dying or working on. Otherwise, just follow my Instagram. I'm pretty good at updating that regularly, and you'll see all my works in progress, all my FOs and my toes. So, that's a little update on what's been going on. Luke is much bigger now. He's a very long, lean boy, and he's just growing, and now he's eating solids. So we had a little bad stretch where teething was becoming a major issue, but I think it's resolved itself. I'm not sure if it was kind of a growth spurt as well. Man, just so many things happened at the same time that I didn't know what to do, and I have experience with babies, but not with healthy babies, so kind of threw me through a whirlwind there. But he's doing great now. He is totally developing his own little personality. He is strong, stubborn at times, knows exactly what he wants, doesn't sound like anyone I know. So hopefully he won't remain too stubborn, yet to be seen. We'll see how that goes. So maybe he'll make an appearance later. Depends when Alex and him arrive back from their walk. Yeah, so in other news, thank you for everyone who bought yarn from my little yarn sale that I had. I'm changing bases a lot recently, and I don't know if some of you are wondering why. Is it because I don't like the base? Is it because it's discontinued or whatever? The main reason is I'm playing around to find my perfect dream bases, things that bases that I love and that I'd want to knit with, and that are also easy to get in a timely manner and affordable for you guys, because I don't want the skeins to be like super expensive because I have to have them shipped from who knows where. So a lot of changes might happen, but it's still the same yarn. It's still the yarn that I'm dyeing, and I will definitely let you guys know if I am changing my bases. So right now, my sock base, which is my Monklin base, was previously an 80-20 blend. I've changed it to an 85-15. That's the one that went out with all the clubs for September, and it'll be my new Monklin base. So anywhere you see Monklin base, it is now an 85-15. So 85 merino, 15% nylon, and I'm in love with this base. I really love knitting with it. I've knit almost a complete pair of socks with it, and yeah, it's one of my favorite sock yarns, I think. So I really like the Cozy Knitters base as well. Skein Study has a really nice 85-15, but I think mine is definitely one that I really, really love. So that's good when you're dyeing that you actually enjoy knitting with your own stuff. So yeah, thank you for everybody who participated in that. I want to throw in that if you are in Montreal and you would like a local pickup, I have no problems with that. Saving on shipping is always a win. So if you want to message me though before you buy, just so that I know that you're going to be buying and picking it up, that would be ideal. I can make you a free shipping code so that you don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to reimburse you after. So please just send me a message. I understand sometimes in the heat of the moment we just buy and then we think about it later, but if you can let me know, even if I'm going to have a shop update and I've pre-planned it and you'd like to buy something or you're thinking about it, just message me ahead of time and I'll make you the code before the shop update even happens, so that you don't have to worry about having stuff stolen out of your cart, a la Etsy fashion. That always happens. So yeah, that's it. Basically, I'm planning updates, trying to make them regular, but I have some big things happening in October. There's Knit City. There's something that I'm going to talk to you about probably the next episode. And I'm going to be organizing a cal with La Maison Tricotée. So that'll be a knit along that we both sponsor together and host together. So there's a lot going on. There's also my clubs, my Stranger Things club. So I don't know when my next update will be, but I'm bound to have one in September. Moving on to my Stranger Things club. Sorry, Alex texted me. Okay. So moving on to my Stranger Things club, September shipped out, and it shipped out in August because I finished them early and I wanted to get them out early. I didn't know how long shipping would take. I didn't want people in the States to get it super late, and I didn't want people to get it in October, because that's just a general piss off as far as I'm concerned, that when you get a club, if it sends out super late, it just bothers me. If you get a September club, I want you to be able to knit in September, which everyone should be able to do that now, so that's great news. If you haven't received yours yet, don't worry, I sent a few out yesterday, so they should all be heading out your way. I got tracking on all of them, so if you need to know anything, just let me know. But yeah, so I have the first one in my hand. So this is kind of a spoiler if you haven't gotten yours yet and you don't want to see it. Please don't look. But this is the first one. And it came with a 20-gram mini. This was only included for people who ordered the 3-month subscription, because I made it pretty clear in my description that people who got the 3-month subscription would get some extras. Anyone who ordered 1 month, you don't get the extras, but you can just get that 1 month and be done with it if that's what you were looking for. If you would like the rest of the months, you have to let me know now. I can make you a reserve listing, but it has to be now. You're not going to get the extra for October, however, because I've already reserved as many as I can get. So moving on. This is the September colorway. Please look away if you don't want to see it. But so there it is. So this is what people got. Again, like I said, the mini was for the 3-month subscribers. But so this is my logo. If you can, I don't think it's gonna focus super well, but you get the idea. So this was the colorway. This was inspired by the character Barb, who is kind of a tragic character in Stranger Things, if you've seen it, but who was pretty well loved as far as characters go. She kind of had this strange fan following that I always thought was kind of interesting. So I tried to base it off a lot of fan art that was Barb related. In my Instagram post that I recently posted, you can see some of the fan art that I used as inspiration. I basically drew those colors, and then I added in all that orange because she is a redhead, and this is kind of her hair color. So I love it. I love it so much. And when I was dyeing it, I played around with it a lot. I changed bases because I didn't like the way it was taking the color. I changed dyeing techniques. I changed colors. So a lot of work went into it. I'm really proud of what has, you know, been the final result, and I can show you what it looks like knit up because I knit a sock in it. These socks pretty much knit themselves. This is the first sock, and I made them for myself because I don't really have a pair of socks yet for my own, of my own. So this is the sock, and as you can see, it kind of self-striped, which I like. I found that really cool. It kind of pooled in a way that caused, you know, larger striping of color. And I just thought it was totally 80s, which is perfect for that show because it's an 80s type, well, it's an 80s setting. And then the little mini is the heels and the toes. I didn't make it the cuff because I hadn't dyed the minis yet, and I was really eager to cast on. So when I got to here, I had to wait a little bit. Otherwise, the whole pair would have been done by now. But yeah, so that's one sock. I've already cast on the other one. The only thing is, I think my tension is a little off on the second one, so it's striping a little differently. I still really like it, so I'm not complaining. I'm pretty happy about it, but I can show you what that looks like too. So yeah, sock. Really pretty base. I love it. I love the color. I love everything about it. Really excited. Let me see. Yeah. Really excited to wear them. They fit me perfectly. I tried them on. You know, it has a lot of negative ease, but I think once I block them, it'll kind of even out with that. But yeah, so that's the first sock. Then my second sock is living in my Sandy by the Lakeside bag, which Luke has. He's destroying my tassels. All my tassels. I haven't had things destroyed since I had a dog, so it's kind of funny to me. My ball is not the prettiest, but I'll show you anyways. This kind of happened. But it looks so cool wound up. I mean, I love the colors. So it's kind of Halloween-y colors with the purple and the orange without being like in-your-face Halloween, which I kind of appreciate. So here's the next one. Hold on one second. So that's kind of how it's currently knitting up. Yeah, I really like it. And I'm using this gorgeous stitch marker from Apaaren Textiles that I won in a giveaway. You can't really see it, but it's really small and dainty and doesn't get in the way of all of my knitting, and I really love the aesthetic of her stuff. She's the one who has the pins as well, the Knit Club, and the Skein of Yarn pin. So yeah. And I'm knitting them all on my 9-inch circulars, which that's how I knit socks now. I adore it. Yeah, good times. Yeah, with my 9-inch circulars. And that's the little mini. So everyone got the 20 gram. It's gonna be enough by far for me. I hope it is for you guys too. Yeah, I think it'd be enough to do a cuff too. Just maybe weigh it ahead of time and see how that goes. But I don't see a really big problem with it. I'm super sad about my tassel. Do you see? You see what he did to my tassel? Yeah, it's okay. He's pretty cute. Can't really get mad at him. Yeah, so that's all for my current, well, that's my only hoe and my only, I guess, new thing to show you. I can then move on to a different work in progress that I have. Again, I want to show you these pins because I don't think I showed them to you for pretty long last time. Okay, oh, right there. So this one says Yarnaholic, and it's just gorgeous. These are all from Twill and Print, these ones. And, okay, there. And the little sheep here is from Twill and Print as well. These, it's really disorienting. Sorry, these two pins are from Cool Queen Collective, who I also just adore her pins. Then the Knit Club and the Skein are from Apaaren of Rin Textiles. And the knit, I don't really know where it's from. I got it at Twist, and the label was hard to read. I didn't really look into it that much. But if you want to look into it, I'm sure you can find it. So, I've been knitting my, as I'm calling it, Knit City sweater. If it is too hot to wear it, I'm going to be pretty peeved. But that's what you get when you live in Canada. You can't predict the weather. Yeah, so this is my sweater. Once it's all detangled. I'm so disoriented. Oh, I see. Okay. So this is what I have so far. And I think I'm making the 38-inch, I think. Something like that. And I finished one sleeve. Ta-da! I really customized the sleeve to fit my arm because I do have bigger arms for my body type, I guess. And there's a little sleeve detail, which I'm trying to stretch out to show you, but it's really cute. And I really enjoyed the little details on this pattern so far. But the only thing I'm finding is it kind of does that. It doesn't really... I'm hoping with blocking it will. It should. Mind you, that means I have to actually block it. So I will have to do that. I'm hoping it fits well. I know it does go on and it does fit well, but I'm hoping once blocked it fits even better. So that's the sweater for now. I should really cast on the second sleeve or finish the body. I had put it on hold because I was waiting for more skeins of Juliet's Night, and I have them now, so I really don't have an excuse, other than I don't like knitting sleeves. But really, who likes knitting sleeves? And if you do, don't tell me. I don't want to know, because I don't like it. Yeah, so that's my Fringe Supply Co. field bag. And it's the blue one, obviously. I really like it. Really big fan of these bags. They're just really my aesthetic and style. And it's blue. And I love blue. So, that's basically all I've been working on. Those two things I've been pretty monogamous with. Last time I showed you guys I cast on a shawl for my mom. I put on the back burner mainly because I really want to get that sweater done for Knit City. And then I can always bring the shawl onto the plane and knit it in Knit City. My only concern with that is it's a lot of brioche and it's complicated brioche as far as I'm concerned, or at my level of brioche skills. So I don't really want to be stuck on the plane with that one project and screw up and then not know how to fix it and be stuck. So I'm thinking of bringing something else. Maybe a sweater for Luke because it's not too heavy. It would be good plain knitting. I could maybe even get most of it done on the plane. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, I got a new, yarn cabinet, which I'm not going to show you, but there's pictures of it on Instagram. I really love it. It fit all my yarn super easily, and it fit all my project bags at the bottom. And I put even some bins to put all the yarns from my shop updates and stuff. So, yeah, really good yarn storage. It's from IKEA. You can go check it out there. They have different colors, and tons of just good storage options from that place. I just go there for all my furniture storage needs. Yeah, so I gotta figure out some plain knitting now. I am also always really paranoid with needles on planes. I know people have told me they've never had problems, but I just feel like if I do have a problem, what am I going to do on the plane for like 5 hours? So we'll see. Moving on, I want to talk about the fade, which is, I think, starting like today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes, it's starting tomorrow. So I kind of had put some kits together and I was super excited about them, but I kind of changed at the last minute because I'm not in a pinky purpley mood right now. So I went with what I like. This is going to be knit for someone in my family for Christmas. I'm trying to do like all knitted gifts this year, which I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if people actually are going to appreciate that. But it's what I really want to do. I figure while I'm on mat leave is a pretty decent time to do it because when I go back to work, there's no way, essentially. So I'll show you guys, oh, sorry, something in my eye. I'll show you guys the color palette I'm thinking. So it kind of all started with this new color that I dyed up, which is called Pumpkin Spice Latte. So it's a vanilla color. So you see, it's not white, it's vanilla with orange and then speckles of orange, and the orange kind of speckled with a bit of green and blue in there a bit, like a teeny bit. Yeah, it doesn't show super well on this camera. If I go too close, I'll just keep it here. But I adore it. It's probably my favorite fall color that I played around a lot, so it's my favorite one that I've dyed up. So I kind of wanted to use this, and I had it in mind for my sister-in-law to make her something with it. So I'm thinking of using it for the fade. Then I had dyed up this other color with her in mind, thinking, oh, I'll just make her a shawl with it. But then I saw them together, and it's coming up a lot less yellow than it is, but it's kind of like a golden... Where'd the light go? Light? There. No? Okay. It's not going to show up properly, it would appear. Let's see if I put myself here. Or here? No. So it's a golden yellow, and it has speckles of moss green and orange and a little bit of brown, and I think they go super nicely together. It would be nice if the camera would show the actual colors. Ta-da. Oh, that's better. Okay, so those two together, I thought it was super cute. And then I looked through my stash because when you need to pick 6 colors, yeah, six, it's nice if some come from your stash, because otherwise, why do you have one? Then I remembered that I had ordered this beautiful skein from Skein Study, which is right here, in case you want to look them up. I'm not doing show notes because I don't have time. I wish I could. It's between this podcasting with no show notes and not podcasting at all right now. So it kind of has that same gold that's in this one. They're both not showing up exactly perfectly, but they fade into each other pretty well. It has a bit of a peachy undertone as well to it, which I think you can see a little bit. In fact, they fade so well that Alex was like, okay, but is it supposed to fade that much? To which I say, I can do what I want. You know what? I really like the ones that fade a lot. I don't like the ones that are like the first fade I made where they have solid colors and then speckle and then solid. It's just not what I want. I don't mind so much when there's solids at the end of each one. That doesn't bother me as much. But I really wanted to make a perfect fade. So I think this is going to look pretty cool. So far I'm starting with this one. And then this is Woolberry Fiber Co. in the golden pineapple colorway. Oh, I remembered. I'm very proud of myself. So these two will go into each other. And then into this guy. And then into this guy. I'm so disoriented because the camera is showing me everything opposite. Okay. So that's what I've got so far. I need an end color, maybe a beginning color, or 2 end colors. So what I could do is go something a little bit darker orange, like more intense color at the end, or I could do a really pale, almost muted peach at the beginning. I don't really know yet. I'm going to probably dye something myself and figure it out as I go. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I think it's going to look really pretty. I'm saying this for my sister-in-law, but if it's really pretty, I might keep it. I also have all that La Bien-Aimée yarn that I got last time I went to Twist, that I showed last podcast, I mean. So I'm going to probably make myself a fade out of that. She's also working on a couple of other fade patterns, so I'm not really worried. I think I'll make a fade out of it in some capacity, whether it's a sweater, a cardigan, or a shawl. I think it'll all be beautiful. My only kind of thing about sweaters and cardigans right now is I'm trying to lose all the baby weight. Right before I had Luke, I had lost 50 pounds, and that's kind of where I want to get back to, especially if I want to have another baby. I think it's really important to lose all the weight so that I can have a healthy pregnancy like I did the first time. So I've started to go to Zumba again, which I love Zumba. I'm not one of those people that wears all the Zumba gear, although I think those people are super cool too, because Zumba's awesome. But I do enjoy kind of dancing in the back to start, and slowly working my way up to maybe the front row near the teacher eventually, but right now I'm a little timid. I go at a local YMCA near me, and the teacher is fantastic. I don't mind waking up early for her classes at all, so I'm going to her class tomorrow too. I really like it. I'm also going to start seeing my trainer again, Justin, for weightlifting, because I think that it makes a big difference when I'm trying to lose weight to include some weightlifting, and yeah, knitters staying in shape. It's really important. So especially since knitting is not exactly the most active hobby, unless I could figure out how to knit while on the elliptical, but I feel like that would defeat the purpose a little bit. What I have noticed, though, is that my YMCA, all the machines are much newer. So the treadmills have screens, like TVs, duh, and I can watch podcasts. So I was watching the Legacy Fiber Arts podcast, and then I started watching Grocery Girls and Inside Number 23 and Amy Florence, all while, trying to get some cardio in. So I'm really enjoying it. I wish I could have Luke there with me, because then I'd probably go way more often, but I can right now only go when my mom is able to watch him for a couple of hours. She helps out a lot. She helps out every morning to watch him so that I can sleep a little, because Luke is kind of still waking up at night and, not the most peaceful sleep or best rest I've ever had, let's be honest. So, yeah. That's pretty much what's new with me. Those are the new colors that I have. I currently have another one, but it's drying at the yarn studio, so I can't show it to you right now. But it's pretty fun. I can't wait to see what it looks like dry. I had a lot of fun dyeing it. Took a lot of different colors. Really out of my comfort zone, so we'll see what it looks like. I wanted to show you guys one more thing. This is from a knitting friend of mine, Vivian, who knits with me at the Knitting Circle. She knit it she knit it and gifted it to Luke, which I thought was super sweet, because it's just the cutest thing. So this is the sweater, which he's going to have to wear it soon, because this kid is not very wide, but he is very long. So I think he's taking after Alex, and I don't know what yarn she used, but it's really soft, like super soft. So there it is, and the little buttons are little bears, which I thought was super sweet. And it's unisex enough that if I have a girl after, I can totally reuse it for the next kid too. And is it weird that I'm like in my head planning my next pregnancy around, when they'll be able to wear knitwear, because I kind of wish Luke could wear knitwear right now, because he'd be adorable in it, but it's kind of still too warm. And yeah, she steeked it as well. She did a really great job. It's beautiful. So thank you, Vivian. I'm going to make sure he wears it and loves it, and we'll take some pictures and send you some. But thank you for that. It's very generous of you, and it was very sweet gift to receive. So, yeah. that's it. I want to talk just a little bit with you guys while I have time since they're not back from their walk yet. I bought the Pom Pom Quarterly, the anniversary edition, and I've been wanting to knit like a few things from there, but like I said, because I haven't lost the weight yet, I've been very shy to do so, and I wanted to knit this, the Soiree, which Amy Florence from Stranded Dye Works knit it, and she knit it beautifully, and it looks so stunning on her, but I just worry that it won't look that great on me. So I'm going to see if I end up knitting that one, or I could knit this one, which I cannot pronounce it for my life. Oh, there. So I can knit that one as well. I think that might be a little more flattering on me. We'll see. I'm really, like, I'm Greek, okay? I'm curvy and I gained weight. So when you are already curvy and you gain weight, it's kind of exponential. But I mean, I should just knit for myself now at my current body type and be happy and feel good about myself. But I'm kind of not quite there yet. We're going to work on it. Maybe after I lose 5 or 10 pounds, I'll feel much more at ease and get there. But, you know, self-esteem issues, weight issues, all of that, it plays a role in what I decide to knit. So I'm just going to try to get past it and knit myself some beautiful sweaters. So I think the Edgartown Light that I showed you guys earlier is going to be a staple in my wardrobe. Even if I lose weight, it'll look really cute a little more, with a little more positive ease, and it'll look good fitted right now. So I think if I find some good staple sweaters like that, I can continue to knit, and no matter what size I am. Yeah, so I kind of zoomed through, and I really didn't mean to. I thought it would be much longer. But I am looking at Ravelry all the time, trying to plan like future knits and dream knitting and all of that. And I'm sure most of you have seen the Sunset Highway pattern, which is just a beautiful yoked sweater. Kind of been dreaming about that one. I've been also really wanting to start my Vertices Unite shawl by Stephen West. I kind of want to participate in his knit along, but I had a bad experience with the Doodler, which was not my cup of tea. So what I'm going to do is wait and see what other people's stuff look like. And then if I really like it, I can always jump in. But I'm definitely going to be doing the What the Fade with Andrea Mowry, her knit along. So if you are doing it as well, please let me know so we can, you know, kind of knit together and compare and ask each other questions, because there's brioche involved, so I'm sure there will be some questions. I've started dyeing the, on a separate note, I've started dyeing the October Club, which might come out a little bit later, still like with the first week of October, but because of Knit City, I won't be able to send them out super early. They'll arrive on time instead of ridiculously early. So I've started to dye that colorway. I love it even more than the first one. It is a color that I would make a whole sweater in. So we'll see if I decide to do that crazily enough. I am going to put up 6 listings for it this Friday, September 1st at 6 p.m. And if you are interested for local pickup, please send me a message. If you are just, you know, a regular shipping customer and you would like to buy the club, you will, it's only for 1 month. So you're not going to receive the extras, but you will receive the skein of yarn, and that will be $30 plus shipping. So $30 Canadian. So if you are interested in getting that club, you just let me know. If you would like both clubs, I can arrange that, but I don't think I can get you the extra for October. So that'll be a kind of at a discounted rate for the other 2 months. But you have to let me know now because I have to order the yarn to dye. So, like I said, you can reach me on Instagram, Ravelry, YouTube. I have a Facebook page. You can reach me through Etsy. So there's plenty of ways to get in touch if you would like one. yeah, but 6 1-month subscriptions for October will be going up September 1st at 6 p.m. I'm going to make an announcement on Instagram in case you haven't watched this in time. But if you'd like to get them, I suggest you sign on. Yeah, I really like the colorway. If you want to know what the colorway looks like because you don't like surprises at all, you can ask me. I don't mind showing you. I just ask that you be respectful and you don't show it to everyone and you don't post it on Instagram or anything like that because not everybody wants it spoiled. To me, when I think of a yarn club, I think of, opening it up in the mail myself, not seeing a bunch of pictures of it on Instagram. So even when I posted my pictures earlier today, I posted it in black and white and you could swipe and see the additional ones. So yeah, just be mindful of others. They're back from their walk. So I'm going to say bye and I'm going to say we'll see you next time. Happy knitting. Like I said, check for the update on Etsy. Let me know what you guys are knitting with my yarns or with any yarns. I'd love to keep in touch with you guys. So have a great week. We'll hopefully talk again soon. And see you at Knit City if you're there.